Okay, listen up. Right after today's digital life hack, we've got a weekend call from the Kim Komando Show. You're going to love it. To ace the job hunt, you need to build out your perfect resume. You've got the skills and the experience, but there's a twist in getting it noticed. Before your resume reaches a hiring manager, it has to charm a different kind of judge, the bots. The first look at your resume does not come from a recruiter. Applicant tracking systems, or ATS, make the first round of decisions. They rank, search for keywords, and sometimes auto-reject resumes not fitting the bill. So how do you beat the bots and get your resume in front of a human? Here are some quick tips. Match the keywords. Scan the job description. See those specific skills and requirements. Make sure they're reflected on your resume. Keep it simple. Fancy fonts and creative layouts confuse the ATS. Stick to a standard text-based format. Avoid tables and images. While they look great, these can confuse the ATS. Keep your resume straightforward and text only. Get my free daily newsletter for Tech Smarts. Sign up right now at getkim.com. Okay, as promised, here's a standout call for my show. Stephen in Houston, Texas. Hi there, Stephen.
Well, I wanted to get your opinion on what the level of responsibility is for these companies that you give your information to, and then they get your information gets hacked.
Yes.
And from that point, then they send you a very nice letter saying we know you've been hacked, and we're doing our best to investigate it, but you have to. We're going to offer you 2 years of
identity theft protection or credit monitoring or whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, and quite frankly, I can see no big benefit to going with to giving your information to these identity theft protection people, which creates another file that can be hacked. And then they say, "Oh, you got to be vigilant." And then after you're vigilant, you have to watch all of your sites, watch all these things to make sure that your information isn't misused. Mm-hmm. And it just seems to me that these companies who don't provide proper security to your information bear a higher level of responsibility.
You would hope, but they don't. They say, "Oh, we got hacked," and they throw up their hands. And they say, here's a couple of years, exactly what you said, credit monitoring, identity theft, and good luck. That's it.
Right.
Okay. Now, all 50 states, they have laws requiring businesses where they have to notify customers of a data breach. Over in Europe, they have to notify customers within 72 hours. Okay. We don't have that here in the United States. That's why it's like, oh, back in May, so-and-so got hacked. And you're like, it's October, so where have you been? And unfortunately, if you ever look and really read terms of service of a lot of these things that we're signing up for and that we're using, is that in there they say, oh, it's not our responsibility. It's not it. And nobody ever reads those terms and conditions. So that's why we're also starting to see a lot of class action lawsuits that are coming up, because people are kind of ticked off. It's like, okay, my information's for sale on the dark web because you had some schmo who wasn't on the job that day, right?
Well, that's that may be part of it, but you said class action lawsuit. I didn't.
Yes.
Do you know of anybody that is doing this sort of thing?
Oh yeah. You know what? There's a website. I don't want to give it out on the air, Stephen, but I'll put it, did you get our free newsletters?
I listen to you on the 5 days a week on the podcast.
Okay. Well, you know what? If I invite you to just try the newsletters, go over to getkim.com and sign up. I think you're going to really enjoy it. But in there, I'll write something up about class action lawsuits, and I'll give you the addresses over this next week. So if you don't like it, you can just unsubscribe once you get that info. But I don't think you're going to want to, just in my humble opinion, of course, Stephen. But anyway, because I don't want to give out any lawsuit websites on the air unless I actually have a chance to properly vet them, and I don't have that opportunity while I'm doing the show. So I'm going to write about some class action lawsuit websites that you can tap into to see if some of these data breaches that you've been affected for. But, just keep in mind, we all know nobody gets rich from a class action lawsuit except for the lawyers. And Stephen, again, sign up over at getkim.com. And thanks for your call. Hey, a huge thank you for streaming with me. Now, if you're puzzled about something techie, I'm your gal. Just find the Email Kim link over at komando.com and let those questions fly away. Now, every email gets my eyeballs, I promise. And keep your digital life in the know. Be sure you sign up for my free newsletter over at getkim.com.